So most people probably know what the most hiked mountain in the world is annually, Mount Fuji.
Yep.
But do you know what the second most hiked mountain in the world annually is?
Supposedly,
Supposedly.
Mount Monadnock here in New Hampshire.
So that's where we're headed this weekend to do a bit of camping and hopefully, if the weather holds out, a bit of hiking too.
Stick around. Won't miss this one.
I don't know how it lights on fire and it's not even touching the fire.
That's how hot those coals are.
Korean beef.
What does it say? We missed a turn back there?
I didn't see a turn, did you? You want to tell everybody what we're doing this weekend?
Yeah, just getting away.
We were hoping for three whole days. And now we're off for another weekend trip. This time out to Jaffrey, New Hampshire, to go out to Mount Monadnock, one of their the state park campgrounds. It's a kind of a short drive, less than an hour, unlike the 3+ hours up to Vermont, and nice scenic back roads, no highways, so a little more relaxing.
Yeah, so just glad to be done with the work week and go enjoy.
Yeah, and hope the weather holds out and we have enough sunshine or lack of rain so we can do some s'mores by a campfire game, because those were tasty last weekend.
Yeah.
What's your bacon?
Korean beef. So, shredded beef it's been marinated in brown sugar, soy sauce, sesame oil, a little bit of spice, ginger, and garlic and pepper.
Always tasty. You mixed it
No,
up this
first-
time a little bit though, right?
Yeah, first time we've done it with shaved beef.
More authentic.
Mm-hmm. Cooks pretty quick on the dip oil.
Yeah.
Little stove.
The solo's going nice behind you too.
Well, I'm not cooking on that.
No.
At least not today.
Finished product.
You need to put the camera down so you can eat it before it's cold.
Okay. That's good. We'll eat the broccoli on yours too.
One of us eats vegetables.
Let's not get into the why, right? One of us.
Well, one of us likes broccoli.
Both of us like broccoli. Our body's a little more picky on what you can eat. But I don't want to get on repeat every time I eat something, so I don't talk about it. But it is what it is. This one's good. Usually go the other way, so you know. Excited to see how it is with the
Shaved meat?
yeah. Mm. That's good.
Yeah, I think that's better actually.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Especially with marinating it first.
Mm-hmm. Did you say you put a little red chili in there too? Powder or peppers?
Yeah, that Korean,
Oh yeah.
that whatever that.
I have to get some video of that afterwards to show folks what it is.
No, just at home.
Oh, is it? Oh, you mixed
Yeah,
it up and
marinated
marinated
it at
before.
home.
That's right. Well, we'll have to look at home and
I have a few more cooking supplies there.
yeah. All right. I think we're gonna go enjoy this. You don't need to watch us eat. All right, so that was really tasty. I enjoyed that. We're just talking. Question for you, if anybody watches this. So we've got the solar stove. Have any of you tried the the cooktop for it?
Yeah, they got like a wok,
Yeah.
a flat cast iron,
Mhm.
and then one that's more like a grill.
Has anybody tried it? Is it any good? We were thinking about getting one. You know, just for something different. Be kind of fun to, I think, cook outside.
Well, and it is probably smaller than us getting a separate,
Yeah.
barbecue to bring with us.
Right. So if anybody's tried it, leave a comment down below. Be curious how well it worked. The verdict on the Korean beef though is definitely going with the shaved steak.
Mm-hmm.
That was way better than just normal ground beef or whatever.
I think the marinating helped too.
Yeah. Because normally you just put it right on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll have to put this recipe on the blog. Some clouds coming in. Looks like some stuff may be rolling through.
Well, hopefully we got time to clean up
And
and
get
then
some
make
s'mores.
s'mores before.
All we can see is the
The two white blobs.
cat in the fire.
I don't know how it lights on fire and it's not even touching the fire.
That's how hot those coals are.
These are definitely the sweetest marshmallow s'more steaks.
Yeah.
I can double marshmallow it.
Ken, those are solo stove too.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, we're going to eat these. You can't see us though. I'm not gonna film.
So we were able to get a couple s'mores in before the rain started. And a couple heavy thunderstorms moving through, so we're holed up in the van now. Gonna get a few things done for the blog and see how some of the video we took today turned out. So we got our kind of work locations. Dinner dishes are still kind of drying, and we got Pat over there hanging out in my seat. And
you hear
if
that?
I'm
I
quiet,
don't
yeah.
know if you'll pick it up with a noise canceling. Thunder that just rolled through.
Yeah. Thunder and
Rain.
tinny rain on the roof.
You just gotta watch.
So hopefully it makes for some good sleeping and cools the temperatures off in the van.
I missed you weighing your beans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A rainy morning here, so no hike today. Up Monadnock at least.
Maybe
Yeah,
stroll
there's
through the woods hike.
chance of severe thunderstorms later, and
So we pick up.
it's a downer, but what can you do?
Make coffee.
Yep.
Let's see if the water in the beans helps my static clean.
Oh, did you do a little spray?
No, I didn't have a sprayer. I just put some on a spoon.
Oh.
Probably needed more water. Still very steady.
Yeah.
Now that you're here, figure out is all this nice coffee in here.
hmm
No, I neatly get it in my
You
little.
need a little like funnel like you have at home.
That doesn't work. It's not sticky that too.
Yeah.
Not quite the same as doing it at home.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
Yeah, see how this works.
Yeah.
Because then it'll work for cooking.
hmm
Not just coffee craft.
I was recommended by Cook's Kitchen years ago.
Yeah.
What's
A
that?
super fast thermos. That's why another benefit of making it outside.
Turbinado sugar, brown sugar, sugar in the rock.
I didn't think I'd get an arm workout making coffee. Between grinding and pressing the espresso, you probably want to see how pretty and frothy it is in the cup. Oh yeah, nice and warm.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Out for a little hike. Just left our camp spot back down the road, right around that corner there. Won't get to go up the mountain like we said. There's weather coming in.
Here I need to get stuck in thunderstorms.
No. Got all our tennis essentials though. Okay, so hold on. We can move over.
Well, okay then.
I'm gonna walk you a little bit. Some of the terrain. Who knows in the winter what it's like when there's snow. Don't know how well that would be. Typical New England trails. Why is it saying we missed a turn back there?
I didn't see a turn, did you?
Let's check Gaia. I do see a marker down there. But let me see. Yeah, we did miss something. We did miss a turnoff. Okay. Use Gaia. See? Watches with maps, plotted routes do help sometimes. Red blazes.
Isn't red bad?
Depends.
Kind of looks orange to me.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, not when I take my sunglasses off.
No. Yeah, we'll walk a little bit.
Because of my rose-colored glasses.
Yes.
It's making it look orange.
Yeah. Yeah, this time last year I was running one of my ultras.
Yeah.
The White Lakes Ultra. It's kind of like this. Like it was a nice pond like that. Well, lake was White Lake.
And around.
Yeah.
And around. And around.
Yep. It was a looped course. Run as much as you can in a set time. Got 42 miles in. Not what I wanted, but it was what it was for the day. Hand split logs. When you're up in the White Mountains, up on the Appalachian Trail, if there's anything like this, it's all done on site. They cut them down, they hew them. You can see these are all like it.
We got campsites out here.
Yeah, these are the remote sites.
Yep. Little money.
Yep.
We do work.
Yeah, we go with that one.
Keep following the,
Yeah, and then we come back
the
and
red orange.
yeah.
We'll come back that way.
Well, we come back down to the same spot, I think. Because we're out and back, remember?
Oh, okay, but we're gonna.
Up ahead, we did a
plan was to
loop.
do that loop afterwards.
Yeah, depending on weather and time. Yeah, I think it said we had about... How much elevation gain we got? Let's see.
Almost 1,200, I think.
1237.
So, I think the maps that they give me,
Yeah.
the one that said, you know, take the trail all the way to the peak.
Uh-huh.
They said it was 1,200 feet elevation gain.
Yeah.
That's not very accurate,
Nope.
considering our map isn't going to the peak.
No, we're not going all the way up. We're going to go up to... So the two main trails most people take are White Dot and White Cross. White Cross is usually the one more folks take up, and then White Dot down because White Dot's steeper. We're going to hit just where it gets steep, then we're going to side hill a bit, and then come back down around just to do a loop without going up to the peak. Because Monadnock's actually, it's an open peak. It's bald face essentially.
Was there a fire?
There was,
way back?
yeah. So I actually read on that a little bit. It said there's like a urban legend that people set fires intentionally. Blah blah blah. They said, but I think really happens just natural wildfires over time, burn down the stuff, and then there's a few.
Lightning strike could.
Yeah. And the way up here it happens, especially ones like this that are kind of just. Monadnock, I think it means one who stands alone in the Abenaki language. Because it's just this like soul mountain.
Yeah, which is why,
But
if you could get to the peak today,
yeah,
the views are like 360 degrees.
yeah,
And on a clear day, which today isn't quite clear.
no.
Last time we
Hazy.
were up here, it was really clear.
Yeah,
You can actually see all the way to Boston.
yeah. I'll put some pics on here at some point so you could see from our last hike when we
Yeah.
did this. It's a little
And
windy.
It was freezing and freezing cold.
Yeah, but like I was saying, the top, they get fires, and then with the wind here and stuff, it just, you know, the soil erodes and everything over time, and then you end up with just the rock face and granite state.
Yeah.
We got plenty of that, so
Which makes it not so safe to hike on a rainy, wet day.
no. And more than anything, it's the lightning too. Today.
No, slightly exposed up there.
Yeah, you don't want to be at,
The
Right.
tallest point.
no, not down here. And this, everybody in Colorado's going, that's not high, because they're only like 3,200 feet.
But we do start at 0
Well,
versus a mile high like
not this one.
Not this. Yeah.
No, the actual elevation gain here and in the whites, like the 4,000 footers we have, is about the same. It's just they're at altitude, which adds a different dynamic. All fun either way.
Yeah, we got the climate up here where you get in the White Mountains,
Yeah.
and you get to some of them that are exposed, and there's the warning signs that
Yeah.
say, if the weather is not good, turn back, people have died.
Yeah, then they have. All right, let's see. Yep, straight up this way. All right. I'm gonna truck along here for a little bit. I think we'll be back in a little while.
We're going down.
For now, before we go up, maybe here.
Fire over here.
Yeah. It's the endless pursuit. Some people just don't care and walk through water. If you're racing, you do, but I don't feel like it today, and because then you can end up with some blisters and stuff. Well, we do have dry socks with us.
I don't.
You don't?
No, I've got them.
No. See how much huffing and puffing we get.
And through the woods?
Kinda. Sorry, I gotta watch where I'm going. Switchbacks.
Yeah.
We don't normally get those over here. They're just like, no, just go straight up. I haven't done much elevation. A lot of running. But as an ultra runner, I haven't done much elevation. Gotta get the climbing legs back.
The elevation.
Just remember what
Here's the elevation when you start. Elevation when you end.
Yeah.
Not accounting for
all the up and downs. Still counts. Gotta do it. If you've never heard of it, there's different types of fun. I think type 1 fun is sitting on your couch watching a movie. Type 2 fun is...
It could be a motorized vehicle.
True. Anything where you're just chilling. Type 2 fun is more...
It hurts while you're doing it.
but you still enjoy it afterward. Type 3 fun, you start questioning your life choices. And afterward you question it too.
But then you forget about it.
You do, you get trail amnesia.
It's like having a baby.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. No.
You get a lot of these old walls in New England too. They're all over the place. Some of these,
What's amazing is
like this used to be cleared for,
the fact that people built these.
yeah. Well, they might have used horses and stuff.
Yeah.
But all this stuff was clear. You can see one of the trails it links up to. This is the one we're going to come back around. The Hinckley Trail.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's on your map.
Oh, it is. Huh.
Yeah, so we'll be back this way.
That one looks kind of nice.
Yeah. And hard to tell, but up we go.
But look at it. Mother
Steps.
Nature gave us steps.
I think the trail guys put them in. Oop, I can't walk. I just did that for the camera. Not really. Ugh. Hot.
Yeah, sweaty.
Hot too, huffing and puffing. Like I said, done plenty of
Yeah,
road stuff. We gotta
I know.
go up more.
Camera, this doesn't look like much of anything.
Never does.
Except there's stairs.
Yeah.
So that should tell you something.
Yeah, they just don't look very...
They look like baby stairs.
Yeah. What are you two guys talking about? Alright.
Up we go.
That's the Cascade Link Trail. Red spots up there. That keeps going. If you go that way, if we weren't getting storms, that's the way we were going to go, straight up that way. But we're going to make a loop.
I love allergies.
Yeah.
2 miles that way back to the campground.
Well, the way we came from.
Yep. But,
Cascade Link Trail to park headquarters is 1.2 miles down this way.
yeah, but we're going to turn before
Yeah, we
that.
turned before that, so We see the part of our loop, but that would have been where we go. Hard to see through the woods, maybe.
And amazing that trail coming from the campground, we only went by one other person.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a quieter hike
Yeah.
up to the peak versus parking at the headquarters,
Yeah.
they have day parking at the campground, so you can hike up that way.
Yep.
It is a little longer,
It is.
like a mile, 1.3 miles each way.
Yeah. It's about, what
Yeah,
they say
2.5 longer.
about 6 something round trip.
Almost 7. I think it's 3.5 that way
Yeah.
versus 2.2 up these trails from the headquarters.
Yeah. Now, gonna make our way back down now. I know, we said this is one of the most hiked mountains, and we've seen 2 people now.
Yep.
But these aren't the trails most people take. either.
No.
And I don't know how much it is, because now you actually have to have reservations.
Yeah, when we
hike the
did it
trail.
last time, we had to do the reservations.
Yeah.
And I think it's like $15.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Not fast. A little bit of slow because of the rocks. Not
Yeah,
bad.
we need to maintain our ankles. And
Yeah. Veering off from the Cascade Link Trail, and we're going down to the Harling Trail.
which is the one we saw the
Yeah, so that's when we're going to
before.
Yep. We'll connect back up to that. It's a sharp turn, you may miss it if you're not careful.
Okay. Not quite as worn as the rest of the trail.
No. It's cool. So we just walked back to the park, came down the Cascade Link. It's mostly down a kind of dry creek riverbed washout area that you go down, which you have a lot of those for trails here. So a lot of rocks and stuff.
Yeah, now we can go back, get cleaned up,
Yeah.
and make lunch.
Yeah, and pack up before the crazy thunderstorms roll through. Down, down, down we go. I can talk a little more going downhill. Well, it does use more of eccentric strength. Your quads usually are blast you. Yeah. That's what everybody thinks. Up is hard. Up is hard cardio-wise. Going down is hard on the muscles. And it doesn't take much for a dosage.
Speed walk.
I don't really have running shorts on anyways. These aren't that comfortable
Oh,
for
yeah.
running.
So that was nice.
It's more that than anything.
Oh, for the baby.
Yep. You got running shoes on. Shh. My Ultra Mont Blanc boas. Not that they make these anymore.
Dude, it's actually nice and
Yeah,
it's like taking it slow.
it is. Kingsmead Trail, half mile to the Birch Crop Trail. Nice. Flowing water. Yep. Well, I need to cut off a little bit of the trail here because rain's coming, so making the beeline back the way we came. Just a little loop we're off. So, not gonna record much, gotta put this way and put it back. See you back at the van.
Yeah. Tired.
Yeah. No, don't want to get the solo stove. There's more rain coming. But we just went for a regular fire. I like my solo stove better.
Yeah, it's a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I think somebody wore herself out on her hike.
Yeah. Maybe some bourbon after. Then I'll really sleep good.
Yeah. Alright, we need to eat.
Bourbon and s'mores.
We already had a nap too.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
I'm getting old.
Well, not the perfect weekend, weather-wise, but it wasn't bad. We squeezed in,
Better than we thought it was going to be.
as you saw, we squeezed in a hike between the storms and stuff. And the severe thunderstorms, luckily, weren't too bad for us.
Well, they're pretty loud.
They were loud, but nothing like they didn't lose
They're
any
good
power.
for a nap.
Yeah, which we took after. Like we were kind of beat after that, and then packed up this morning. It's just cloudy. Everything's wet and damp, but happens. Now we're
In Peterborough.
to get a little breakfast.
It's a Peterborough Diner, which
Yeah.
we haven't been to before. So
So we're gonna go eat
it's
some.
75 years old. That's what I read.
Cool. Well, we'll take you along with us. See how it is. Anything else?
No, I'm hungry.
All right, we gotta go. Somebody's hungry.
So we're on the road again after grabbing a quick breakfast at the diner. It was pretty busy. We were kind of lucky to get a table right away. And the service was really quick. I had a tasty meal of home fries, sausage, homemade toast, and eggs. And you had
Just 2 buttermilk pancakes and some bacon. That was yummy.
with real maple syrup.
Yep, and real maple syrup.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't realize that, those diner cars that were made by Worcester
Lunch.
Lunch Company,
I think so.
they only made 1,000, and they're all numbered, and they all have different color schemes. And I guess the Worcester Lunch Cart Company thought it was sort of a marketing scheme in a way by doing that to get people to visit all the different lunch cars that they built across the country.
Did
So,
you say the colors?
so the colors they said of the one in
This one?
Peterborough was the first one ever made with a color scheme of green and cream, and it was number 837.
827.
827?
Yep.
Out of only 1,000 ever made. So pretty cool, and they've been open since 1949. It was definitely tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't eat at it, but they had the classic diner counter service if you wanted to sit up there. All the things you'd expect.
Yep.
I'd recommend it if you're happy to be out in this part of the country.
Yep. And Peterborough's a cute little town. If you go, I think it's the first time we've ever been there this early in the morning. So a lot of the shops weren't quite open yet. But they have a lot of cute antique and craft and art type shops. So a cute spot to just go and walk around.
Yeah. So good weekend overall.
Yep.
But any weekend away is usually a good weekend.
Yeah. Now we just got. Oh, look at that, Ben Sugar Shack.
You saw our Sugar Shack video. Remember, we didn't go there because it was like, a line for a concert or something to get in.
Yeah, but that one was a little different. I think we want to try to hit it this year and get there early enough because they actually take you on a tractor out to the maple trees that they tap and show you how they tap them and collect the syrup, which would be kind of
So
cool.
that's an adventure for you if you are here. You hit the Sugar Shacks and you can go to the Peterborough Diner and then hit the Sugar Shacks. If you want to
Yeah,
do that.
depending on what time the Sugar Shack opens. Because probably only about a 10-minute drive in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So campground was good.
Yeah, it was nice. The sites were pretty private for a state campground.
I didn't feel like we were talking to each other,
Yeah.
which I liked. And then we had electric. That one didn't have the other hookups, so we're on our way to go take care of that right now.
Yeah, the yucky part of camping.
Yeah, experience stuff. But said hopefully you enjoyed this little mini road trip for us. Still learning things, figuring things out with the van, even at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still trying to figure out how to get everything we want and need in the van.
Yeah, especially with the Canada trip, we're really trying to try different things, see what works, see what doesn't work. Last trip when we went up to Vermont, the curtain was really good. That worked out well.
Yeah, really helped. We didn't try it in the heat yet,
Yeah,
but it really helped in the cold up there to keep the, heat in the living part of the van versus the cab. And the cab was definitely chilly
Yeah.
when we opened up the curtain in the morning.
Yep.
So, yeah, that one was a success on round one, unlike the back curtain.
Yeah. Well, you'll do a take 2 on that one at some point. But I think this was a fun weekend. Figuring out what our next adventures are before Canada. Obviously, we got to get out there and do some more shakeout runs, as we say.
Yeah.
Figure things out. But if you like the video, as always, comment below.
Yeah.
You know, if you've been out this way,
Love to hear your thoughts.
Share those thoughts with us. Hit the subscribe button. That really helps us. Really appreciate it if you did that. And then ring the bell for notifications if anybody still gets this. So, I think that wraps it up for me.
Yeah.
How about you?
I guess my only thing for the comments is if there are other, cool campgrounds or places to stay in the New England area, would love those suggestions too, so we can go check those out.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.
I think it's time for me to go